Hey, what's good, family? This is Ryan Jackson from Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a blessed and wonderful day. We're almost at the end of the week. I know this is a week before the holidays. Tomorrow, today, probably a lot of people's last day. I know tomorrow definitely will be. People getting ready to go out of town. The children, they out of school. Tomorrow's their last day. So everybody is gearing up for the holidays, the 2 week holiday. And I hope y'all be safe, whether you staying in town, going out on the road, flying, whatever the case may be. Please, please be safe. Beware and be aware. I don't celebrate Christmas. That's another video for another day. But I don't believe in that holiday. It's a farce. It's pagan. But again, another video for another day. But for those of you who will be partaking of the holiday, be safe. Christmas shopping. Be safe. Drop your children off at school. Just be safe. And hope y'all having a great day. And the likelihood that you're not, because we know into this life a little rain must fall. Always, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I could definitely bear witness to that. So, getting to the topic for this video, we saw, what was it, a week and a half ago, I think it was on December 9th, that the United States, they're back at it. Our good old America, our foreign policy. We just have a fixation with the Middle East. It's just something about the Middle East. We just got to be involved over there. Why is it? Why do we have to be involved in the Middle East? Why? Oil. That's why. Resources. We just love it. Oh, we want to bring democracy to the Middle East. Or do we want to bring hypocrisy to the Middle East? So, looking at the final call, the this week's final call, it says Middle East war widening, America's errant foreign policy. I titled this video America's Sinister Foreign Policy. I didn't want to copy off of this great newspaper here. I want to use my own word. So instead of using the word errant, I use sinister. It's right here. Y'all see that? See that there. America's, I'm sorry, Middle East war widening, America's errant foreign policy. This week's final call. So I'm going to read a little bit from it, if y'all don't mind. But before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. My computer did something weird. I don't know if y'all saw that. But I'm going to read a little excerpt here. It says, the removal of Bashar al-Assad was rooted in a sinister plan. It was. This is by Brian E. Muhammad, a staff writer with the final call. Rebel fighters swept through Syria in 11 days, taking government-controlled territory, province by province, until they had taken the capital, Damascus. The collapse of the al-Assad government on December 8th brought mixed reactions and uncertainty about what a new Syria will look like for its 22.9 million people in the turbulent filled region. The speed of the downfall left Mideast watchers astonished, and Syria in a complicated flux of moving parts, including the meddling presence of foreign actors like the United States, Turkey, Israel. Israel's going, Israel was going to come up. Y'all know what Israel's going to come up. And other proxies with diverse agendas. The future of Syria hangs in the balance, say analysts and observers. So this is the article I'm reading from right here. See that? From this week's final call. And I'm going to continue. I think that it is still way too early to make any determinations, said Wilmer Leon, political scientist and commentator. Recent developments in Syria is past prologue. He told the final call, meaning the current situation is tied directly to the immediate history of Syria's civil war starting in 2011. A lot of y'all who may not remember, that was the spring of 2011. They call it the Arab Spring, which is the Arab uprising. That was in Syria, that was in Egypt, and that was in Libya. And we had a we played a huge role in that. That was the Obama administration. This in 2011, so 13 years ago. So that was the Obama administration. And who was the Secretary of Defense? Hillary Clinton. Sorry, Hillary Clinton. Yeah, that's what I meant. So the conflict was wrought with multi-nation meddling, particularly America, which I just said, aiming to remove Bashir al-Assad from power. Al-Assad was they staged a coup from rebels. What the United States does, they go into these countries, they start coups, they pay off these actors, they call them rebels. They start an uprising. They did it in Libya, which led to the death of our good brother, Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. They're doing it now in Syria. It was so bad in Syria that Al-Assad had to flee the country. He's in Russia right now in exile. Um, Vladimir Putin, Russian president, allowed him to come to Moscow and take refuge there. America is a. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, where I left off. This is once again the United States engaging in regime change, opined Mr. Leon. As the United States was in Iraq, in Libya, I just mentioned it, and a number of other places where this has happened, he continued. But I use those two as examples because the United States engages in regime change, creates a power vacuum, and then does not really know how to manage the power vacuum once it has been created, he expounded. Questions loom whether the rebels that toppled President al-Assad is about a better Syria, quotation marks, a better Syria, or a wider agenda. I'm gonna say it's the latter. It's a wider agenda. It's a wider agenda. Because if they would have wanted a better Syria, they would have worked within the government or with the people to do that years ago. So it's about a wider agenda, and the agenda fits the United States. It benefits America, Israel, them two, America and Israel. That's what benefits. It don't benefit the Syrian people. They don't give a damn about the people. They're going to install a puppet government who's going to kowtow and bow down and do what America says and Israel because they did it in Iraq. They did it in Libya. They did it in Egypt. So they're gonna install a puppet government who's gonna have, American interests, not the interests of the people, but the interests of America and Israel. And like I said, they're just gonna do what they say. They say jump, how high? They say squat, how low? We've seen it before. We've seen this movie before. On December 9th, Israel, while continuing a genocidal war on Palestinians in Gaza, pay attention to that, and the occupied West Bank, including East Jerusalem, sent thousands of missiles into Damascus and other areas of Syria. Without resistance, Israeli occupier forces increased their presence in Syria's Golan Heights, effectively expanding its occupation there. In a days-long bombardment, Israel claimed it destroyed 80% of Syria's military capabilities, including naval bases. However, the Israeli invasion of Syria can be understood in the context of establishing what they call Eretz Israel or Greater Israel, which includes Palestine, Egypt, which I mentioned, and Syria, and their plan for a new, quote unquote, a new Middle East. Such an agenda was forewarned about early this year by the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, the national representative of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad of the Nation of Islam, in his annual Savior's Day message entitled, What Does Allah, the Great Mahdi, and the Great Messiah have to say about the war in the Middle East? Delivered on February 25th. I remember that. So, Israel wants to not only take over Palestine, but they want to go into Syria with the help and backing of the United States. Our student minister was teaching us last night that Syria was being bombed by Israel on one side, by the United States on the other side. They're being bombed at the same time by these two evil powers because they want a new Middle East. And you have to wonder. And the minister said this in the Savior's Day speech in 2003, which was a month before the America's invasion of Iraq. I forget the title of the lecture, but in the Savior's Day lecture, it was Savior's Day 2003, February 26, 2003, about a month before America's invasion of Iraq. The minister called out Jordan, Saudi Arabia, all these Middle Eastern countries who are allowing Israel and the United States to just do what they want in their part of the world. These are Muslim nations, and you have your other Muslim nations just sitting back on their hands and letting these foreign powers do whatever they want to do. It's cowardice. Saudi Arabia is cowardice. Qatar, the minister called out Qatar. He called out Jordan. All these nations, you letting them come in and install their policy. And they say it's in the name of democracy. It's for the betterment of the people. That is a damn lie. That is a damn lie. We know why they over there. We know why. Oil. They want that oil. They want that resources. Those resources. Libya, rich in oil, rich in gold. Libya was like a modern day Wakanda. But the reason why they had to go into Libya, it wasn't just because of resources. Muammar Gaddafi gave the United States and her allies not one middle finger, but two middle fingers. He was a brave, brave man. He told America, no, no, I will not bow down to you. I will not, you will not intimidate me. And they could not take that. So they orchestrated a coup, the Benghazi uprising. Y'all remember that? 2011, part of the Arab Spring. They orchestrated a coup, took the lives of 4 Americans, but hey, that's collateral damage. Never mind that. We got our bad guy. The minister says, watch the weather. Watch the weather. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications of whenever I do videos on here. But we just have to have our hands. Look at the mess we created in Iraq. 21 years ago, we invaded that country. Iraq did not attack the United States. Saddam Hussein did nothing to the United States. We invaded Iraq, toppled the government, killed Saddam Hussein's sons, and then killed him, executed him in a sham trial. Well, he had weapons of mass destruction. Hell, America has weapons of mass destruction. Have y'all saw or have y'all not heard? A lot of us weren't alive yet, but have y'all not heard about how America ended World War II against Japan when they dropped the atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima? Did you forget? Have you forgotten how the United States used bombs in the first Iraq War in 91, which killed thousands upon thousands of innocent Iraqi men, women, and children? Those weapons of mass destruction. The minister said he visited a bunker. I think he went visit a bunker in Iraq. This was in 91. He said the United States had a bomb that had a drill. There was a shelter where men, women, and children were hunkered down from the bombs dropping over them. This bomb came, drilled a hole, drilled another hole through the shelter, landed, and it incinerated. Y'all hear what I'm saying? It incinerated these innocent men, women, and children. It was like they were in an oven. This bomb burnt them alive. In the shelter, they're trying to take refuge and safety from the bombs being dropped above them. They go into a shelter. It drills a hole, lands, and incinerates them. Incinerates them where they can't escape. But we want to sit up here and wave the finger at Kim Jong-un, Vladimir Putin, and years ago at Saddam Hussein for having weapons of mass destruction. Really? We have no moral compass. We're in no position, none, not any, to sit up here and wave the finger and say, you're evil for having weapons of mass destruction, but we have it in the name of democracy and for the safety of the world. It's absolutely hypocritical, and it's a farce. It's a lie. Satan is the great deceiver. We have no right to tell the world that we're the moral saviors when it has been proven, when history has proven it otherwise. I mentioned how America ended World War II against Japan. We have no moral compass. We invaded Vietnam, tore that country up because we wanted to get rid of communism. We wanted to help the South fight the North Vietnamese because we didn't want the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. We couldn't have that, so we had to fight for democracy. Well, how did that work out for us? Afghanistan. How did that work out? We left it worse than the way we found it. like we did Vietnam. So we have no moral compass. This government has no moral compass whatsoever to sit up here and wave the finger at other nations. Well, Saddam had weapons of mass destruction. So damn what? He used it against the Kurds. Yeah, this is true. However, while Saddam Hussein was using his weapons of mass destruction, guess what? He was our ally. I'm going to repeat that again. When Saddam Hussein was gassing the Kurds in northern Iraq, he was our ally. He was an ally to the United States. We knew good and damn well what he was doing, but we turned a blind eye to it. Why did we turn a blind eye to it? Was because he was at war with Iran, the Ayatollah. Iraq and Iran were in a war for, I want to say, 10 years, all throughout the 80s. So, you know, hmm, why not? Well, come on. I mean, why not? Why, just turn a blind eye to it. You're fighting the enemy. You fighting our enemy. So you are a friend. But in 1990, when Iraq invaded Kuwait, oh, now he's evil. He's against democracy. He's a tyrant. He's this. He's that. He's yeah. Okay. Okay. Sure. I remember during our Iraqi war, um, when Obama was in office, they were asking the Iraqi people, everyday people over there in Baghdad, they were asking them on the street, "Hey, what's life like now?" They was like, "Our life is hell." Now that the United States has come over here, invaded our country, our life is worse than it was when Saddam Hussein was in power. They said at least when Saddam was in power. Now get this, pay attention to this. At least when Saddam was in power, we had safety. We could walk the streets. Why did they say that? Was because Al Qaeda came into Iraq. Al Qaeda was created by our government. Yes, it was. They came and they invaded Iraq, causing chaos. People couldn't walk the streets. IEDs everywhere. Innocent men, women, and children being murdered. Thousands of businesses being destroyed, property being destroyed. At least when Saddam was in power, we knew that we were safe. We could live our lives peacefully. Many Iraqis said this, but hey, we're for peace and democracy because we are a Christian nation. Bullshit. Excuse me for saying that, but it is. How can we call ourselves the moral saviors of the world? We want to spread peace by making war. We want to spread peace by creating coups, doing these proxy wars. Now, mark my words, we're on the brink of World War III. Russia, North Korea, Iran, Ukraine, United States, Great Britain. We're on the verge of World War III, y'all. I know y'all getting ready for the holiday season. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, whatever the hell. We're on the brink of World War III. A month from now, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris will be exiting stage right, and Trump will be entering. Inauguration is about a month away. It's about a month away. So bye bye the Biden administration. Hello to the Trump administration. I don't know how this is going to play out with Trump. I'm not going to put my hope, trust, and faith in him, even though I think he's a better president than Jim Crow Joe. But I don't put my trust and faith in him that that he will somehow stop this disaster from occurring in the Middle East, stop us from being on the brink of World War III. I thought maybe, and I said on here, with him being buddies with Putin and Kim Jong Un, maybe he some way could, but I'm not too certain on that because I believe that this American imperialism will continue even under Trump. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But the way this is shaping up, I should say, the way this is shaping up, I don't think Trump will stop this from occurring. I thought he probably would be. I said, you know what, maybe Trump get in, try to broker a peace deal between Putin, us, with the Palestinians and Israel, but it doesn't seem to be happening. I know when he got on election night, when he was a few days after, they said that there were glimmer of hope that the Palestinians want to sit down with Israel, that Putin and they wanted peace between Russia and Ukraine, but I'm not certain because it's like the beat continues and the beat goes on. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but this is shaping up to be World War III. And while we distracted with who Travis Hunter, if his girlfriend loves him or not, whether he should be with her, with all that foolishness, this is what's going on. I could care less about Travis Hunter, who he date, who he likes, if his girlfriend likes him, is she using him for the money? That's between them two. But since that's the topic, that's been the topic for most of the week because he won the Heisman on Saturday and she didn't stand up or whatever the case may have been. I've been sitting on social media. Who gives a goddamn? She probably is using them for his money. That's what a lot of these, not all, but that's what some of these women do. That's what some of them do. But that's neither here or there. Why do we even care? Care about your own relationship. You see, the governor of California issued a state of emergency with this bird flu just yesterday. Governor Gavin Newsom, he issued a state of emergency with eggs. Well, with this bird flu, they saying that wild birds. I don't know if anyone who eats wild birds, but they're containing this bird flu, and it's going to the poultry, the chickens. I guess the chickens are eating these wild birds or whatever the case may be. I may be a little off on the whole dynamic of it. And then the cattle are eating the chickens or something, or they're getting it. and then it's coming to us. So we have to, and now there's a supply, there's a mass, not mass, what's the word I'm looking for? Eggs are expensive now. I guess in some stores you can't find eggs. It's supply and demand. There's a high demand for eggs. And if you can find them, they are extremely expensive. So now there aren't that many eggs in supply, and now they're gonna raise the price. Like my minister said yesterday, our student minister said yesterday, it's white man economics. There's little supply, so we're gonna raise the price. White man economics. That's what our student minister said last night. So it's crazy. It is crazy. And now we have to be careful with consuming, buying chicken, consuming steaks. They don't care what these cattle eat. Why are cattle eating the dead carcass, the dead remains of other animals who may have diseases? That's because they want to fatten these cattle up. So you get that big old porterhouse, that big old New York strip. It be juicy, thick. But what they don't tell you is that you eat a diseased cattle. Make them hamburgers thick and juicy. But what they don't tell you is that you're eating something that's diseased. We have to pay attention in this hour. This is not the time to be distracted by the bread and circuses. We have to pay attention. We have to be aware. We have to beware and be aware in this hour. I always say that when I close these videos. Beware and be aware, because Satan comes to steal, kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So now is not the time for the bread and circuses for distraction. Travis Hunter, who does his girlfriend love him, and she's trying to use him for his money. Jesus is the reason for the season. Oh, he is. He is. Okay. Why are there so many people trying to scam, rob, burglarize people during the Christmas holiday season than any time of year? Riddle me that. Why? For Jesus is the reason for the season? Or is it capitalism and American greed is the reason for the season? So let's not get it twisted. And nowhere in the Bible did they tell you to put up a tree and decorate and go in debt owing the utility company thousands of dollars in the name of Jesus. The Bible didn't say nothing about putting up no damn tree, no decking the halls, no mistletoe, no burning your lights. And then when you get that bill at the end of December, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You owe $800, $900 for on this electric bill, but Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Now pay us our money, or we're gonna cut off your lights. But it's pay us our money, or we're gonna cut off your damn lights. Owing Tico, DTE, PG&E, wherever you may live. I say Tico because I lived in Tampa. DTE for those who live in Michigan, the Detroit area, and other parts of Michigan, well, Michigan as a whole. PG&E out here in California, Pacific Gas and Electric, they are going, they are getting rich, and they love the holiday season because it fattens up their pockets. They cannot wait for you to decorate your house, your shrubbery, your roof, your driveway, your lawn. They looking forward to it. They love it. They love this time of year. The utilities, the utility companies make their money more this time of year than any other time of the year. They love it. Go ahead. Yeah, happy holidays. Happy holidays. While you're trying to impress the neighbors, impress your family members, show that you're in the holiday spirit. Yup. Say, yup. All this water they're burning. Yup. Happy holidays. I know I've went off on a tangent about this video, but it goes to the distraction. It goes to we're on the brink of World War III. We can't even eat our food. You can't eat chicken. You can't. They say now the birds are diseased. There's a low supply of eggs. They don't raise the prices of those. They're gonna probably raise the price of beef. The cows are sick. Like I said a few minutes ago, our governor out here, Newsom. I mean, excuse me, Newsom. Newsom. I keep saying Newsom. He issued a state of emergency. So it is. You have to pay attention. You have to pay attention to what's going on, and it's not going to just happen in California. It's going to happen in other places too. We had a tornado warning out here Saturday morning. Or did y'all hear what I just said? A tornado warning or a tornado warning in mid-December in San Francisco. A tornado warning in mid-December in San Francisco. In the 10 years I lived out here, we have never had that. A week before that, we had a 7.0 earthquake, which triggered a tsunami warning. Watch the weather. Watch what's going on. Allah's judgment is coming upon America. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad said that decades ago. Pay attention. Like the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan always says, watch the weather. Pay attention to what's going on. So people are seeing unidentified flying objects. Some of it is drones, but also a lot of it, some of what's going on, and I know a student minister, brother student minister in Boston, he shared a video where he was on his roof and he saw a flying object, and he was saying Allahu Akbar. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad is revealing himself because he did not die. He departed. He departed. And he gave us the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, his representative. And that is God's man. So y'all better pay attention to what's going on. Watch the weather. Watch what's going on. I just heard last night Amazon is going on strike. A week before Christmas, Amazon decides to go on strike. The workers are fed up. Pay attention and watch the weather. On that note, I'm going to hop off of here. I hope y'all got the gist of what I was saying. I was able to make my point, bring my point across clearly. If you think so, share this video. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it. hit that like button, smash the like button down, hit that subscribe button, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. If you disagree with what I said in this video, let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. In our disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. That'll get you nowhere. So share this video, share it, share it, share it, share it as many times as possible. Drop your comments below. Love to hear what you think. And subscribe to my channel. Support my channel here and support my future projects that's coming down the trough here shortly. So please, it would be greatly appreciated. Please support your brother. I need it. I love y'all and y'all be safe. Like I started this video out, I'm going to end it. Y'all be safe. Whether you're going to work, coming home from work, dropping your children off at school or picking them up, running errands. I know many of y'all may be Christmas shopping. Be safe, beware, and be aware. Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before, especially in the season for Jesus. We know this isn't the season for Jesus. This is the season for commercialism, for paganism, for all kind of foolishness. So y'all be safe. I know the children will be out of school tomorrow's their last day. So if you're going out of town, whatever the case may be safe. Be safe at the airport. Be safe on the roads. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon. Inshallah. Y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum.